Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good night for everyone who watch this. So, this is my syntax midterm project. I will explain about parts of speech and sentence diagramming. So, without further ado, let's begin. There is 8 outlines. So first, the definition of part of speech. Second, the 8 categories of parts of speech. Sorry. 3, the importance of studying part of speech, and 4, an introduction to sentence diagramming. 5, the purpose and benefits of diagramming sentence. 6, basic diagramming using simple sentence. 7, how to diagram sentence with modifier. 8, conclusion and summary. And also there is part 2. So next, so this is the definition of part of speech. Parts of speech refer to categories of words that are classified based on their function in a sentence. These categories help us understand how words interact within a sentence and their grammatical roles. There are 8 main parts of speech in English: nouns, pronouns, verb, adjective, adverbs, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Each part of speech plays a unique role in sentence construction, helping to convey clear meaning and structure. So this is the 8 parts of speech. First, nouns. These are words that represent people, places, things, or ideas, such as dog, city, freedom. And the second, pronouns. These replaceable nouns to avoid repetition, such as he, she, they. Verbs. This describes action or states of being, such as run, eat, or is. Number 4 is adjective. Words that describe or modify nouns, like beautiful, tall, quick, or quick. 5, adverbs. These modify verbs, adjective, or other adverbs. For examples, quickly, very, or often. 6, prepositions. These show relationship between nouns or pronouns and other words, such as in, on, under. Conjunction. Words used to join words, phrases, or clauses, like and, but, although. The last is interjection. Words or phrases used to express strong emotions, such as whoa, ah, ouch. So this is the important parts of speech. Understanding the parts of speech is essential because it enhances our ability to construct grammatically correct sentence. It improves both writing and speaking by ensuring clarity and precision. Recognizing parts of speech helps us break down complex sentences, making it easier to identify the subject, verb, object, and modifier. It also aids in proper punctuation usage and is crucial for non-native speakers learning English. A strong understanding of our speech forms the foundation for mastering syntax and effective communication. Introduction to sentence diagramming. Sentence diagramming is a technique that usually that visually represent the structure of a sentence. It breaks down a sentence into its components, showing the relationship between the subject, verb, objects, and modifiers. This method helps us see how different parts of speech interact within a sentence, making it easier to understand sentence structure. Sentence diagramming is especially useful for analyzing complex sentence and improving. So the purpose of diagramming is the main purpose of sentence diagramming is to visually represent the grammatical structure of a sentence. This process helps identify the subject, verbs, objects, and modifier, and clearly shows how they relate to each other. Diagramming makes it easier to understand sentence construction as it highlights the relationship between words and phrases. It also helps to clarify sentence components, ensuring proper syntactic structure and improving the overall understanding of sentence syntax. This technique can be particularly helpful when analyzing complex sentences or when studying for language proficiency. Basic diagramming simple sentence. Let's begin with a simple sentence. The cat sleeps. In diagramming this sentence, the cat is subject, noun phrase, which represent the identity performing the action. Sleep is the verb representing the action. In a basic diagram, the subject is placed on the left side on a horizontal line, and the verb is placed on the right side. Vertical, the line divides the subject and the predicate, making it easy to see the subject and action clearly. The structure serves as the foundation for more complex sentence. Diagramming with modifiers. Let's look at a more complex example. The small cat sleeps soundly. In this sentence, the small cat is the noun phrase, where cat is the noun and small is the adjective modifying it. Sleep is the verb. Soundly is the verb modifying the verb sleep. In diagramming, we should place small under the noun cat, indicating it is modifying it. Similarly, soundly would be placed under the verb sleep, indicating that it modifies the action. The diagram shows this relationship clearly, making it easier to understand how modifiers influence the meaning of sentence. So the conclusion is understanding parts of speech and sentence diagramming is essential for mastering English syntax. Part of speech allow us to classify words and understand their roles in sentence structure, while sentence diagramming provides a visual representation of this relationship, helping us analyze and construct sentence more effectively. Mastering this concept will significantly improve both your written and spoken skills or spoken English, allowing for clearer and more accurate communication. So this is the part 2. The book was recommended by the professor, has been borrowed by several students. So the is determined from NP, and the book is noun. That is complex. Was is aux. Recommended is verb. Preposition is by is preposition. Determiner is the, and noun is professor. So From the other, it has been borrowed by several students. The aux in aux there is has been. Verb is borrow by its preposition. Adjective in adjective there is several, and in noun there is students. So the number 2 is, although the match was delayed due to rain, the players continued their warm-up. Nah, so there is come on although determined in the noun match. Aux was, verb delayed. Preposition due to, noun is rain. The player the is determined. Noun is player, verb is continued, determined is there, adjective, warm up, and the noun is routine. So this is number 3. The new regulations were announced by the government after the economy showed sign of instability. The determined is the, adjective is new, noun is regulations, word is aux, announced verb, preposition is by. So there is other lines, noun praise. Determine is the noun is government. The after is come, so after come there is noun praise again, another line. The determine and noun, the determine is the, noun is economy. For praise there is verb showed. So after verb for praise there is noun praise, noun is sign. And after noun praise there is PP, prepositional praise. The prepositional is of, and the noun is instability. The man who was arrested last night has been hiding in the Abadan warehouse for weeks. So there is noun phrase, determine is the, noun is man. The come is who, there is for praise, There is 2 lines. The first is for praise, aux is was, and the verb is arrest. And the second line, adjective adverb praise, and the adverb is last night. So there is for praise, there is 3 for praise. For the one is for praise there is 3 lines, aux, and verb. The aux is had, been, and the verb is hiding. So the second line, there is prepositional praise, there is prepositional, and the words in, and the noun praise there is determine, the adjective Abadan, and the noun is warehouse. So there is prepositional praise. The prepositional is for, and the noun is weeks. Okay, next. Okay, this is the last task. The big girl saw Eleazar with a lovable panda recently. So there is noun praise and verb praise. We talk about noun praise. The noun praise there is the big girl. The is determine, big is adjective, noun is girl. So the second line there is verb praise. The verb is saw, and then there is noun praise and prepositional phrase. So there is two lines. The verb is Elazar, and prepositional phrase, there is two lines. Prepositional with, and noun phrase there is three. Determine a adjective lovable and noun panda, and the adverb is recently. So that's my explanation for this for today. Without further ado, goodbye.